Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am joined by my one and only senpai, the cutest of all cuties. Their name is Shoya. Say hello, Shoya.
Hello. Hi, hello, hi, hello, howdy, hi, hello, mwah, kisses. How are the doings going? Good? Great?
Anyways, I'm here to interview my lovely senpai about TTS VTubers. If you don't know what is, I'm not really sure how you found this channel even. TTS stands for text-to-speech. It's what I am, and also what Shoya here is using to talk. So TTS VTubers are VTubers who use text-to-speech to stream. Some of them do it because they don't want to reveal their real voices, or some are mute, or they just prefer it. One of the biggest text-to-speech VTubers is Zentraya from VShoujo. So Shoya, tell me first a bit about yourself. Why do you use text-to-speech instead of your real voice or a voice changer?
Well, Yamai, there are a few reasons why I don't use my real voice. My main reason is because I have dysphoria with my voice. I don't like how feminine my voice sounds, so I don't feel comfortable using my real voice when streaming or talking to people. It made me very happy to meet you because of that, to meet someone who is like me.
I feel the same way, Shoya.
I also like that you can change your voice to whatever you want, or make it possible to speak any language in the whole wide world. It's really fun, and it's great for things like VR chat.
I agree. Actually, Shoya senpai, do you have VR chat?
No, actually, haha! I wanted to get it eventually.
Oh, that would be so much fun. Anyways, Shoya senpai, moving on with the questions. Do you think text-to-speech VTubers can be just as successful as any other VTuber?
Of course I do! Zentraya has found major success despite being text-to-speech. It's the same thing for VTubers like Mother V3 and Lyro. They managed to find success even with a voice changer. More recently, a completely mute VTuber has been noticed. I saw her on my recommended page on YouTube. Basil, she seems interesting despite mostly being quiet during her streams. I think anyone can become a VTuber no matter who they are or what they are going through, and text-to-speech is a great way to get around obstacles like being mute, for example.
Yeah, I wanted to say that I was on the brink of giving up on everything, and I felt like that for a long time. I didn't think I was going to get anywhere or achieve anything because of my own shortcomings. However, when I learned more about streaming, VTubers, and text-to-speech, all I could think was, oh my god, maybe I still have a chance, maybe I can do this. It got me so excited. So I decided to start streaming, not worrying about getting all kinds of fancy assets for my streams. What was important was that I started. I made sure to get a pre-made model off booth and hit the Go Live button.
That's the best way to start, honestly. It's good that you took that first step.
Yeah.
Now I have a question for you.
Oh my. All right, ask away.
Are there any text-to-speech VTubers that you really look up to?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think Zentraya is my biggest inspiration, but I also like VTubers like Neurosama. I know she is completely AI, but it's still cool to see how she speaks with the text-to-speech voice. She always manages to be so funny. I really love her.
Neurosama is such a good one. I agree with you. You should watch Mother V3 too if you haven't checked her out. She's also very funny, and she's a text-to-speech VTuber.
Shoya, do you think text-to-speech can sometimes make streams funnier?
Oh, fuck yeah, of course! Sometimes text-to-speech can be so scuffed, it makes the streaming experience that much more peak. I love seeing text-to-speech tweak out on stream. It's hilarious!
I completely agree, senpai. I think there is so much potential for text-to-speech that people haven't tapped into yet. I want to see more people like you, and I being able to join the VTuber community. I know a lot of people out there might feel like there is no hope for them to ever find success as a streamer. But I want to show them that it is possible. There is always some way for them to find success and make it work for them.
Yeah, sometimes you can turn your weaknesses into strengths.
Agreed. Shoya, I didn't get to ask, but what inspired you to become a VTuber in the first place?
I liked watching some VTubers occasionally, and it seemed like fun. VTuber culture exploded, and more people started to join the VTubing scene. I didn't want to be left out of all the fun, so of course I wanted to join. Streaming and being goofy seemed like it would be right up my alley.
Do you see text-to-speech as part of your identity as a VTuber? or more of a tool you use?
That's a tough question. I think I see it more as just a tool, but I can vibe with people who make it a part of their identity. Sometimes it makes a VTuber more charming to know them as a text-to-speech VTuber who says very silly things through their text-to-speech.
I see, that makes sense. And how do you feel about text-to-speech as a form of communication in streaming or content creation? Is it helpful? Is it troublesome for you personally?
It depends. Technology can be fickle, and sometimes I find the whole text-to-speech stuff a little annoying and hard to use. However, because I don't feel comfortable with using my voice, it is quite useful to me.
As we spoke about it a little earlier, do you think text-to-speech levels the playing field for people who might be shy, disabled, or just not comfortable speaking live?
Of course, as I said, anyone can find success no matter who they really are. This makes things much easier for those who would prefer using text-to-speech.
What are some misconceptions people have about text-to-speech VTubers that you'd love to clear up?
That they're mundane, boring, or hard to watch. There are so many VTubers who use text-to-speech to talk to their audience, and I find them hilarious. Whoever says text-to-speech can't be funny or entertaining has no idea what they're talking about. Maybe it doesn't always appeal to everyone, but given the success of some major players in the text-to-speech sphere, I would say it doesn't have to be as boring as people make it out to be.
How does using text-to-speech affect the way you interact with your audience or express emotion?
To be honest, I don't stream much right now. It can influence whoever you interact with. There's the obvious pause before the text-to-speech program speaks, as it needs to process what you want it to say. Then, a lot of them are either unclear, strange, or monotone.
That actually brings me to my next question. Have you ever felt limited by text-to-speech in terms of expressing tone, humor, or nuance?
Funny enough, no. I know I said that text-to-speech makes it hard to always be clear or to not sound monotone. However, there are a lot of programs which do have emotion factored into text-to-speech. Beyond just emotion, even for text-to-speech that is monotone or funny sounding, I think it has its charm too. Like listen to this, for example.
All your base are belong to us. I'm fucking tweaking out, brother, dab me up, brother.
You see what I mean? It's always possible to make text-to-speech funny, regardless of how strange or bad it sounds. You can turn bad text-to-speech into something amazing. It just depends on how you use it.
Do you feel people treat you differently because you use text-to-speech?
A little bit, yeah. I don't think they should. I'm still just Shoya. But unfortunately, some people will find it weird, awkward, or outright dislike you for using text-to-speech. I don't let it bother me, though. I will keep using text-to-speech proudly.
How did you choose your text-to-speech voice? And have you customized it to match your character or vibe?
You have no fucking idea how long it took me to choose the right voice, holy shit. It took me hours upon hours to find a voice I liked, and then I tweaked it in the program until I felt satisfied with it.
Have you tried multiple text-to-speech programs, and do you have a favorite?
I have tried a few, but some of them didn't work all that well, or ended up discontinuing later. I now stick with Voice Wizard because it seems the most popular right now. It has a lot of options, so I like it quite a lot.
What's your setup like? Any tips for someone new wanting to start as a text-to-speech VTuber?
Literally just follow a tutorial on YouTube. That's what I did. Get Voice Wizard. It's free unless you want to support their Patreon and get even more options for text-to-speech voices. Connect it with VTube Studio and connect Voice Wizard to a microphone you can speak into so it translates your speech to text and back to speech. It essentially just acts like it's your virtual microphone.
Do you think text-to-speech VTubing is becoming more accepted or mainstream in the VTuber world?
Definitely more accepted, but I don't know about mainstream. I'd consider it more mainstream if more people used it, but I don't come across too many text-to-speech VTubers out in the wild. I wish I did. I would love to follow every single one of them to give them my support.
Me too. Where do you see the future of text-to-speech VTubing heading? Any tech you're excited for?
I'm hoping one day text-to-speech will be more emotional and have a lot more options for things we could do with the different voices provided. I also am hoping we get so technologically advanced one day that people could just alter their own voices to sound different if they wanted. I wouldn't use text-to-speech anymore if I could talk in a voice that felt more affirming to my gender identity. I'm sure it's the same way for a lot of trans people out there too.
Lastly, Shoya-senpai, is there anything else you want to tell the lovely audience out there?
You're all fucking epic and I love you. If you're struggling with starting because you also don't really like your voice, you feel shy, or have a disability, you should really give text-to-speech a try. It might change your entire life. You got this, bro.
Thank you, Shuya, for coming here today to talk to me. It was genuinely so fun to do this interview.
And thank you too, Yamai, for having me here. I had a good time.
Bye-bye, everyone. Have a nice night.
Sayonara, bitches!